When I unlocked the secrets of LinkedIn, I started getting 10 invitations a month to interviews with companies I had never applied to. I got a full calendar and a wait list of clients, and I appeared as a LinkedIn expert correspondent on Bloomberg, Harvard Business Review, and LinkedIn News. And I got my own course on LinkedIn Learning. You can completely change your life too. Here's the story of how I went from a total unknown to never having to look for a job, a client, or speaking opportunity again. This is Self-Made Millennial. I'm Madeline Mann. I'm a human resources and job search strategist. You may have seen me in one of these places, new videos on Thursdays. Let me take you back to where this all began. I was working as the head of HR of a growing technology company. And I was the one who was reading so many resumes, reviewing applications, and working with executives. I was the one in those debrief meetings where we would go through each candidate and they would talk about the things that made them say absolutely yes to certain candidates and the things that completely turned them off about others. And I thought, wow, there's so many of these job seekers that if they knew what I knew, if they could hear what these executives were saying, they would make much different decisions in the job search and be able to land these amazing jobs. And so I thought I need to help people. So I thought I was going to be the job seeker's hero. I was going to do what all of them wanted me to do, and that is give them feedback when they are rejected. What I did was when people would apply to positions, I would take time in their rejection email to give a few pointers, say what they were missing in their experience, give them pointers about how their resume fell short or their cover letter. This took a lot of energy and it was an absolute disaster. If you're ever wondering why you never get feedback in the job interview process, here's why. Most people cannot handle feedback. I got so many angry emails back of people saying you're a joke, you don't know what you're talking about, you know, that's crap, whatever it is. Now, it wasn't all bad. Some people were nice, but instead of just accepting the feedback, they would ask for more feedback. They would ask to hop on a call with me. They would ask to resubmit their application and be reconsidered. So my good deed ended up costing a lot of emotional energy and a lot of time. I knew this was not sustainable. I definitely wanted to help job seekers, but the way I was doing it was not good. I don't know how to explain it, but one day, over a bowl of Cheerios, I looked up at my boyfriend, now husband, and I said, I think I'm going to go on YouTube and teach people how to land career-defining jobs. He looked over at me and said, that makes sense. And so I went over to my desk, started typing away, and for about 5 hours I was in there just going crazy. And I ended up coming away with 50 pages of material. And at that point, I knew this was going to be fun. This is what I need to do to help job seekers. And within a few weeks, I started filming my first few YouTube videos. And I'll tell you right now, they were not good. I was very awkward. You can get a glimpse here.
Thanks for going undercover with me. I need to go back into hiding now.
You gotta start somewhere, right? And so in October of 2017, I put out my first YouTube video. And since then, it has been an absolute wild ride. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of you have reported amazing success stories. And if you're wondering which video has led to the most success stories, it is the one on behavioral interviewing. You can even just read the comments and see how people have said that that video has completely revolutionized the way they interview, so I will link that below. I am sure we would all like to believe that I started my YouTube channel, began promoting it on LinkedIn, people were immediately dazzled, and then began my meteoric rise. Not even close. It was humble beginnings for sure, and I cheered each time a video had triple-digit views on it. And I got lots of poor advice. Over time, I learned that everyone who told me, you just need to be consistent and create quality content, stick with it, and everything will work out, was totally wrong. I learned the painful way that each social media platform has its own psychology, algorithm, and formula for success. Ignore that formula and you too will be ignored. So I spent 2018 posting on LinkedIn and voraciously studying the platform. I had 900 LinkedIn connections and posted regularly. I would get modest views on my posts and sometimes even creep up into the thousands of views and felt really special, but each post was an experiment. Every day on LinkedIn was a new learning. I obsessed over it day in and day out, and then it happened. I started implementing a very specific regimen on LinkedIn. I built a very specific process of tuning my LinkedIn feed to give me the best content. I posted following my 5 viral triggers formula. I built relationships on the platform that put me on the map. I used all of the hidden tools and workarounds that LinkedIn gives us for free. And just like that, with a tiny network of a few thousand people, I was able to reach hundreds of thousands of people a week. If you want to know the tactics and the strategies I use, I do have a free masterclass that dives into this. It's called How to 10x Your Personal Brand on LinkedIn. It gets rave reviews every time I run it, as you can see here. I'll link it below for you to register. Once I started getting strategic, I had a network of less than 1,500 people, but my posts were reaching over 50,000 people. Soon after that, I was making 6-7 figures in my side business, being booked for keynotes, and had an inbox full of recruiters asking me to interview at their companies. And I had high-paying clients who wanted to accelerate their career. Success is built with the right strategy. There is absolutely a formula to the madness. Have you posted on LinkedIn before? Comment below, yes I have, or no I haven't. I'm very interested to hear. And know that yes, you can have a great posting strategy, but if your profile is lousy, then no opportunities will come to you. So I will link below a LinkedIn profile checklist you can use to whip your profile into an opportunity magnet. So if you're also feeling stuck, like you're in the middle of a journey and you need that extra push, I was there too. My advice to you is get active on LinkedIn and get strategic. It is life-changing. Now the question is this your sign? Are you going to get more active on LinkedIn or what? Make your move. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. You've got this. Wi-Fi high five.